Hey, good morning. This is Justin McKissick Larry. This is just a recap for yesterday, February 2026, the 5th. And as we saw, if you were trading, yesterday was a crazy day in the market. The market opened around 16:30, 8:30 Central Time, around this in between right this time, right? And you saw the algorithm is always following the direction the price is going. But we just had a lot of just consolidation, basically. You know what I mean? It was consolidating, but at the end of the day, the moving average was still trailing the direction the price was going. Notice these candlesticks were going up, right? That's where price action was. The candlesticks was trailing the direction the price was going. Okay. Then eventually, price started going down. Candlesticks went up underneath the moving averages. The moving averages were trailing the direction the price was going. You know. So you were able to catch some pips. Now I know for a fact you would have lost some money right up in here. You know what I mean? But if you would have got in this trade from here, let me do the little measurements. And I keep it real. I'm not just gonna show you winners. I'm gonna show you, fucked up days as well too. Okay. So you would have got in about right here, okay? If you kept that trade open, about the right here, you would have made about 6 pips right there, right? And due to consolidation right up in here, you would have lost a couple of dollars for sure. But then you would have got back up in here, got up in here, you would have kept that trade open. I'm sorry, this this measuring tool is a nuisance. I'm not gonna lie to you. Good thing I only use it for measuring. All right, so if I would have got in, you would have got in about right here because of the algorithm one candlestick over from here to here. You would have made about 9 pips. Okay, lost a couple dollars here for sure, right up in there because you know what I mean. Then you would have got in about here to here, lost some money for sure. Okay, but let's look at the reality though. If you just keep on trading the system and use proper lot sizes, not over leveraging, you know, all right, you would have got in here to here. Would have made about 4 pips. Nah, about 2 pips. It was just a consolidated market yesterday, but you still could have traded it. You know what I mean? I have other algorithms that adapt that follows this as well too. So I may just add that other algorithm, as well. You know what I mean, for you all to have. So when basically, I have an algorithm if you want to trade on consolidated markets when there's not a lot of movement. I still have moving averages that can respond to that. You know what I mean? But as you see, just basically at the end of the day, the New York session was consolidating heavy. Okay. But as long as you keep following with the proper leverage, you follow what you have to do. Look, eventually within that session, look what happened. Price went all the way down. And it went all the way up. And look, if you just follow the directions of what it would tell you to trade, easy money. You know what I mean? Price went up. So that's just what happened. This is London session. This is I forget what session they call this. I have to go to my website to look at it. But it's like the overlap session basically between New York and the Sydney session. But you would have made all your money right up in there. You know what I mean? So you still would have made some decent pips if you would have just traded the whole session. And always remember, it's just trend following. This is how I trade. This is easier for me because I'm not looking at a whole bunch of stuff. I would have got in about here. You would have made about 36 pips. So you definitely would have lost some money, but you definitely would have made money. So at the end of the day, you would have made more money. You know what I mean? Just following the directions the trend's going. And that's it. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not gonna just show you all the winning days, but majority of these videos you watching, it was, New York session was doing good. Now, if I was just to trade every session that I could trade on Nas 100, you'll see a lot of just good, good profit. You know what I mean? But realistically, we all have lives. We can't sit here trading all day. You wouldn't want to do it. You wouldn't want to just sit there all day. You know what I mean? Live your life. Chill with the family if you have your family. You trade to take care of the family, so you can chill with the family. That's the whole point. That's my whole point. You know what I mean? So I can, have more freedom and stuff. But look, this is the point I'm making to you all. This is not a hard task to trade. I don't understand why people, you know what? No, I'm gonna save my rant for another video. Y'all take it easy.